Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Reptile Barn. I've got Saruman out. I want to talk about something kind of interesting. Saruman is a Russo Mystic at least. He is also potentially Orange Dream and Enchi, or even Super Enchi. Okay, so he's a blue-eyed leucistic, but not a typical blue-eyed leucistic. Beautiful, beautiful snake. Just the absolute touch of yellow right in his eye stripe and nose, and then almost a grayish purplish on his head, and then the rest of him is a white or just slightly off-white. Beautiful snake, okay? Now, why do I have him out? Well, this past breeding season really, for ball pythons, I paired him with a lot of females. And let me show you some of them, and you'll probably understand why I paired him where I did. So, he bred to Jadis, who is a Super Mojave. Hey, Jadis. He bred to Mystique, who is a Mystic Potion. That's Mystic Mojave, right? He bred to my big girl, Fat Sally, who made a mess. She's just a big old Mojave. She's a huge snake. It's like 5,000 grams. And he bred to Galadriel, who also has made a mess. Not terrible. Oh, just a little water. Who is another Super Mojave, okay? So, let me pick her up. She'll tolerate me. Come here, big beauty. It's okay. It's okay. Come here. There we go. So Galadriel here is the last of those 4 females who I have any hope this year of laying eggs. Also, I'm so sorry about the terrible light. Looks like I just walked into a giant shadow because I did. But those other 3 females are not going to lay this year. They're already months past when they normally lay. And ball pythons typically are going to lay roughly around the same time every year. Not anything, super strict, but, they're months past. It's just not going to happen. And I'm really sad about that because the whole point of that male was to make a whole bunch of beautiful Mystic Potions, Super Mystics, Blue-Eyed Lucies, getting Russo in there so that my Blue-Eyed Lucies would be even whiter. And it just didn't work out. Now, what went wrong? Well, I didn't use a backup male. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, that was your stupid fault. And yeah, it is my fault. But not this guy, but Saruman, the male I showed you, he was locking up all these females every single time I put him in. He seemed to be breeding perfectly. And it seemed silly to me to put in a male to make stuff that I didn't want when the male that I did want was locking so well and breeding perfectly. So what would you have done? Right? But now I'm very sad because I'm not going to get any potentially unless this girl lays for me. And she's not really showing me any good signs. So, is my male just a dud? Is he infertile? No, not necessarily. But it was his first breeding season. And I made the mistake of dedicating this whole female group to one male on his first season breeding. A lot of times, even if a male is locking up, that does not mean that he is fertilizing your females. This is a lesson that I am learning painfully. I am sad. I'm not gonna lie. I've got people waiting on Blue-Eyed Lucies, on Mystic Potions, and I'm gonna have to let them know that I don't have it for them, and I'm sad about that. So, moving forward, what could I do different? Well, I'm not going to get rid of the male. I think he's a perfectly good male. He just obviously was too young. Now, other people are going to say, well, that's what you get for breeding your males too young. This male was like 3 years old and 700, 800 grams. Age-wise and size-wise, he met and exceeded every conceivable like benchmark you want in your male ball pythons before you start breeding them. And then he immediately started locking up when I introduced him to females. So I don't know what I could have done different with the knowledge that I had. Now I have new knowledge, and I'll be more careful. But man, this girl is all over the place. Where are you going? Oh, she's got me. Anyway, so I just wanted to put this video out as kind of a warning to any of you who breed ball pythons, or, you know, a lot of reptiles, especially snakes, I think. You can't just go by, oh, well, he hit the age and the size that I saw on the internet, so he must be breeding. Or even what I did. He is locking up the females, so he must be succeeding. Not the case for me, right? And I'm not going to give up on him. I have every expectation that this coming winter he'll breed all these females and they'll all lay beautiful clutches of eggs the next year. The only other thing that can sometimes happen is you can have females that just have no interest in a specific male. They have no interest whatsoever. They do not want him fathering their babies. So hopefully that's not what's going on here. But since this was his first winter breeding, I am pretty confident in saying that he just wasn't actually fertile. And that's too bad. You know, he even had sperm plugs, especially towards the end of the year, but oh well. So you live, you learn. You don't get the eggs you want sometimes. I'm going to go ahead and put this girl away, but I just wanted to put this quick video out there because I know a few of you who watch breed ball pythons, and might be something you hadn't thought of before. You can't always count on locks. Even though, man, I wish you could. You should be able to most of the time. And I will say, even if you have a big proven male who has been reliable for you for years, and he's locking a bunch with a female, you're probably able to use that as a more sure benchmark. But this first time male, I had no history of, you know, obviously proving him out, and I got burned. So that is all I wanted to say. Wish me better luck for next time on my blue-eyed Lucies and everything. But I guess I learned my lesson. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, we're the Reptile Barn.